Carly McCain about 8 months ago, and then I haven't heard anything from it. And when I think, did you put the ACE in? When an ACE came in, it was like the first thing I'd seen of it going, oh, somebody is doing something on this. Okay.
Okay. So let me just first share this screen if you're able to see my PowerPoint. Yeah. So what is it visible, Tim?
Yep.
Yeah. So at a high level, what we are doing, Tim, that there is a product like OC Global already, right? So what before me, actually, Manoj and Tekem was doing this. So I'm from Infosys. So we have taken it over later on in the middle of design. So what I understood is that this operator global is a product already into the global space, and we are trying to launch the same OC Operator Connect for SMB market segment, right? So this same product, which is the in the velocity. So the modification has been done in terms of identifying at the velocity that whether this product is for this being provisioned is for uh, global or for SMB at the velocity level, and that bifurcation or differentiation in terms of this journey type as Operator Connect SMB is passed on to GONM via CBP, and the CBP actually in turn also passed to GNM. This is required to differentiate the CDRs, that the CDRs are for global or for SMB. So that is one flow we have done, and second is also
Is GONM, is that global
global
network
mediation.
mediation?
Global mediation, yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And TES, of course, the switch in the GMB network, right?
Yep.
And then the second flow would be is on the billing side, where after we provision the switches, the trunks at the TES, and set up this differentiation of CDR. Then we have to also set up the Anthelia, because the plan is to integrate Anthelia for this billing. So Anthelia and CDB combined. So NCDB is the rating logic or rating engine, and Anthelia is the billing system, right? So then what we on this side of flow, we are sending the TMF 666 666 to create the account via this modsol route in the Anthelia, and then triggering the billing trigger using this TMF Netcracker NCTMF 637 via this Cloud BMS to Anthelia. So this thing is happening, and to account for the changes in these components, we have prepared like four designs, which I was showing earlier.
So that's all about billing.
Yeah.
Where is presumably customers order this, do they?
Yes, so customer order at the velocity level. So what happens for Operator Connect, actually, for new orders, basically, not the ones which are existing. For new order, there is a portal which is I'll show you actually.
Because I thought it's linked with their Teams stuff, and
Manoj also joined. Hi Manoj, thanks for joining.
Hello. Sorry, I just joined.
Yeah.
This is the so I think Tim, there are two products, and maybe we spoke about this earlier this year, somewhere in May, June timelines. So Roger Moore's product, which is Teams DR, which is Teams Direct Routing, is a separate product, which is for 50 plus user sort of scenarios where you need a direct routing service, versus Operator Connect is more like a competition to CloudWorks and sold to SMB with 20 plus users. Sort of sweet spot is 20 to 50. And OC is existing products. We were selling that in Netco, but then launched for SMB recently. And at the moment, it is in the control launch, which is applicable only to 5 LBs. There are two journeys for Operator Connect. One is the customer-led journey, which is via web by portal. When we say web by portal, it's basically a CDO built sort of portal where customer will show their interest and then will manually process those interests and raise the orders onto Velocity. The other journey is SMB journey, which is where LB sales agent will log into Velocity. They will be presented with the Velocity UI. They'll go through the quoting and ordering via Velocity. It will then generate a service order into Sienna. Sienna will do the activation on the global managed voice network and will fulfill the service. Will pay commission to customer via GCP pay plan solution. So all of that is what we have. And can we show them the overall architecture, maybe, Pawan, if that's all right? Do you have it somewhere?
I just showed that one. Let me open. Overall, there is not on this Confluence, but I have that in my PowerPoint. Let me just go. Let me share that again.
Okay. If you don't have it, you'd let me know. I'll try to find it out and I'll show that to them. Yeah.
So have you moved off this now, Manoj? Are you?
This one, Manoj, which I usually know.
Sorry, Tim, you asked something which I didn't follow. You moved off.
I just said, have you moved off the project, or are you still involved?
No, I haven't moved off. I'm still the overall voice and collab solution architect, so will be responsible for multiple products. But yeah, when we spoke at the time, I presented this to you purely in the OCSMB context. So maybe give me a minute. Let me share my screen, Pawan, if that's all right. Yeah, I'll not take. I think this is important, and I just want to set the scene correctly for Tim. So, and sorry, this is not the journey that I wanted to talk about. So, a different sort of screen, but then I'll just try to explain this via this. So the LB sales agent, they will capture the customer's requirement. They'll create the opportunity, which is the SMB opportunity in Salesforce. This Salesforce that we have, the One Business Salesforce instance. Then they'll create the code. During the code journey, they'll input all the details related to the code. Then they will update the location info file. Then they will add the OC product. They'll create the proposal and they'll go through all these journeys. We have the overlay called WhatFix, which will guide them during the stage on Salesforce Velocity. Once they do that, then the order entry team will then pick up those orders and they'll process it. So that's the journey that we have built, and it is running on this sort of stack, which is Velocity as the COM plus CPQ system, then Sienna Blue Planet doing the service order. Then we have network and multiple of network equipments, all the global entities or global managed networks. And then GNSI is doing the number acquisition in this case. And then previously billing was done via this route, which is mediation on GNM. Actual billing generated via Antilia Phoenix, which is same app ID, but then a different sort of bill presentation, etc. So the project that Pawan is working on is to replace this element with Antilia and align it to more of an SMB invoice presentation and things like that. So the journey that you are seeing, all of this is already there. Yeah, as in it is working. We have processed at least 2-3 orders as well, SMB orders. The bit that Pawan is trying to do is to pick up this CTR data, process them via same GONM, but then instead of it goes via Phoenix, the TMF fork out happened between 637, and then the SMB specific billing will be happen via Antilia instead of Phoenix. And then all the ecosystem around it, as in if it is Antilia, then it should be NCDB as well. try to reuse all that ecosystem that we have in the SMB, and then do the billing, which is more aligned to SMB1 business, is the project that he's working on. Yeah.
Okay. And this is just sold to, you say it's like 20 plus users? Is that what you said at the start?
Yes, the minimum number of users or seats for OC is 20, which means this is for small and medium businesses with 20 plus user possibility, and that's the sweet spot between 20 to 50, versus Teams DR is for complex SMB sort of need, where they have multiple Microsoft devices, they have client phone and things like that, that's where Raj and Roger's product will come in play, and then they will sell it to that market. OC is very simple, more of plug and play, that you don't need anything. You just need Teams license. Once you have Teams license, we will give you the voice telephony on that Teams license. It's just as simple as that. Yeah.
Okay. So because I was thinking about SMB kind of changes generally for SMB. So if it's 20 plus, then it's probably okay, because if it's less than 20, then we wouldn't be doing quotes and the like from your process, but that's probably okay for 20, for more than 20 customers. Will this be sold through the indirect partners as well, or is it?
Not at the moment, Tim, to be honest. There is some murmur, but then with partners not interested at the moment, it died down. I think it started, but so not at the moment is the right answer. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. No, that's a good positioning. Thank you. That makes it a lot. I understand now why. Owen was showing
why the
slide he was at the start.
He's focusing on why he's focusing on the part which is he's doing. So yeah. Sorry, Pawan, if you want to resume or discuss.
Let me just show the one minute. I'm just looking for my. So Tim, so to accommodate or to integrate that Antilia piece, right? So we have there are 4 designs are prepared. So as I was telling earlier, that the first one, I'm just opening it. So this is about like how we can segregate the journey or the order at the velocity level. So this is the path actually. So these are the component impacted. But what happens is, based on the customer account type, when a user logged in as for SMB, so at that time this journey type parameter is set as operator connect SMB, and this is actually taken up by this Blue Planet Sienna and pass it to mediation GNM, right? So how does it impact is that it will go and so in this design, actually, this just pass it to GNM. So that when so the order is differentiated, and that value that this order is now done for for operator connect SMB customers, that has been passed to the mediation. So in the next design, what GNM does is it builds the logic around that operator connect value, and what it does is when CVP as Sienna passes that value, so it the GNM actually keep or mark those trunk values which are for operator connect customers with that operator connect SMB value. So what happens eventually is that when CDRs are passed from the TES switch, which should be handed over to Antilia for operator connect billing, so that that value has been looked up into this trunk database, and accordingly these CDRs are routed to Antilia for their billing. So this design actually take care of those changes. So this take care of that flow, that when order is done for Operator Connect SMB, the CDRs actually get routed to Antilia, those CDRs which are for Operator Connect SMB.
Yep.
Yep. And in
Yep.
the
Okay.
yeah, in this third design, actually, this third design take care of like how the so what is happening at the moment for Operator Connect global customers. So the account is getting created manually in the billing, and then that billing account number. I mean, so what they do is basically they go and uh, do this billing DCF manual process, and using which an account is created into the velocity, and then sorry, in the billing, and then same account is taken and then created into the velocity. And after that, actually, that billing, that order or the sub orders are get submitted using that billing account. But what in this case, what is being done is the account is created automatically using TMF 666, and then that the created account in the billing system in the Antilia is actually automatically applied to the sub orders, and then so those sub orders, then when they are submitted, they already have the account number, so there is no manual billing DCF is required. So that's what is taken care by this design. So what we are proposing
And
is, yeah.
and what is the flag that chooses whether you're going to do Phoenix or Antilia billing? What's actually making that decision?
So that's based on the customer account at the moment, Tim. So so customer accounts have hierarchies. So
So it's part of the sales hierarchy as to which.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So if it is
Channel is
having
in.
this sector code, I believe sector code is BT SMB, something like that, then it would go through the SMB route. If the sector code is not populated, or sector code is global or something like CPS, then it will not go through that route at this stage. So it is based on the customer account hierarchy and sales account code.
Okay.
Right. Thanks, Manoj. So this is actually this just take care of, and this capability is the existing capability. What I understand is that this TMF 666 is already being used by BTnet. So we are just reusing that bit. Only thing is adding that where we trigger in our case to get that 66 account created by that TMF 666. So that is the only differences coming over here. And then there is the last bit is of this design. Sorry. Is the fourth one where we actually trigger the TMF 637 to start the billing. So this design basically is detail providing the details about what kind of payload velocity is triggering and what is the path here. So basically the path would be like this in this design. The path would be like velocity will send the 637, it will go via SCS and then again via APG to that cloud BMS and to Antilia. So Antilia will actually deal with that 637 request, uh, instantiate the product which are coming into 637 and respond back. The important thing are done at the level of SCS, because this payload and some of the billing usage requirements are not handled by Velocity at the moment, and not in this phase. So if I take you through these SCS changes, so SCS, I was actually updating. I thought I would update. I finished the call before your message, and I was. But let me just walk you through, and I'll also let you know that I'll update one more thing here. So what it is doing is, so in the payload, we are not getting the site name in the site name. So we are asking SCS to get it from one of the placeholder like place ID from received from Velocity, and put it as in the characteristics like site name equal to test site thing, And then we are also requesting because the billing has asked these changes, Tim, that because they cannot process the usage without this payload, which can give them something called default rating configuration. So what we are planning is to send this voice number block, which is a LPS already, but it is not a billable thing and not even required. But we just reuse this thing, and we have asked SCS to add this block so that billing can identify and do the usage for that order usage rating. And then there is an event source also there. So these are like couple of changes. If you want, I can walk you through the
Yeah.
payload as well.
So
Yeah.
I think, Tim, this is the pattern that most probably all the products which has usage will present to you in coming kind of days and weeks. So digital voice, we are going to do DV via the same pattern. And I think in summary, or more like an abstraction of this is that NCTMF 637 is completely dependent on how Netcracker visualize product inventory, and their visualization um, is quite constrained in a way. For example, you will have to pass a product specification names without any spaces, in all caps and things like that. You have to pass the usage product separately. It can't be merged with your main product or your subscription product. You have to pass the usage in a way that it contains the default rating within it, which was not kind of modeled at all onto Velocity, because those parameters, we assume that billing will be able to default it. So there were constraints, I would say, that we were facing on this NCTMS 637. And the route to resolve for this is not to kind of force the product model change and then going through that unnecessary loop, to do the transformation via SCS. So for example, Velocity kept on saying that they can send the site details in the place object, which I agree is the way TMF advocated, that all the sites will come in the place object of your either product or service inventory. But then NCTMS 637 was looking for that in the product characteristics against the site name. They were not happy to accept the place object. So we have to pick the site name from there, and then you have to put it in the product care. Similarly, this default rating config was something that Velocity don't even understand it. We have to put that block via SCS. So I think going forward, maybe things might improve when Netcracker will ease up few things on their side. But till that time, we have to do this, I would say, tactical transformation onto SCS to fulfill both sides, as in otherwise we just keep fighting between sales and billing kind of squad that we can't do this, we can't do that sort of thing. So I think in summary, that's what we are doing. And most probably Pallavi, when she will be ready, she'll present the same thing to you for digital voice R1 as well, where we are going to do similar stuff. Yeah.
Okay. No, that all looks good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are the 4 designs, Tim. So you may want to go through in detail if you like, and then maybe send some queries if there are any.
Okay. No, it's useful positioning, and I understand the big picture now. Yeah, I'll have a look at some of those designs. The links are on the ACE, are they?
They are there actually. I have.
Yes, they are.
Put
Yes, they are.
this big link here.
Okay.
Have all this. Yeah.
Okay. No, that's super. That's very helpful. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It all looks fine. I don't have an issue with any of that. So I think that should be all okay from me.
Yeah.
If I do have a question, I'll come back to you.
Sure.
Yeah, Tim, maybe last 2 minutes. I just want to talk about that. We do have lot of um, kind of requirements at the moment to align SMB the way we have built the BTnet. And this is one sort of project that we are working on to align the billing solution so that we more um, kind of represent the invoice in a way that SMB customers are used to via Antilia and MDocs bill formatter. Similarly, we will be doing small projects to align the credit vetting, to align the um, uh, overall journey as and when possible. I think the unique thing with this product of OC or Operator Connect is we are dealing with part of global via their network, and because this is global as well as SME product, um, there are global customers, 50 odd global customers already onto this. And there is no pattern where we use the global network but then kind of form the journey which is SME specific. So whenever those discussions happen, and there is a thought process as well at the moment to see if we can just carve out a separate product for global and SMB, though the business is not happy. They don't want to spend money onto two products. They want single product multi-channel approach. Um, but if it comes to that, then maybe we'll talk about it. There are issues in terms of LB, local business adoption, where they want to simplify it, but then our hands are tied because um, we have rules around US, we have rules around rest of the world countries, and there are a lot of kind of condition based work done onto this product to support both global and SMB. So I think whenever that discussion happen, I will definitely include you into that. And there is
Okay.
also a discussion about CSA. I'm not sure Meenu might be talking to you onto that how to standardize customer service account across all products, so that we have one starting point for one business journey. So I think it has been done, I would say, tactically for OC. So at some point we have to revisit that as well. So maybe I'll include you and Richard Glue in that discussion as well whenever we are doing that. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. That'd be great. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Tim, and thanks, Manoj.
Okay. Thank you ever so much, and thank you for moving it. It was much appreciated. Sorry to miss you about this morning.
Okay.
Thanks, Juan. Thanks for presenting this. Bye.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.